Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Today, or tonight, I'm sorry, that's why we're in the garage, is part 2 of our Troy-Bilt 2620 build, fix, flip, and repair. If you guys remember, I got this for free in the garbage. So, anyway, to recap part 1, we did a brief overview of the general, specs on the machine if you're looking to buy one, or if you're in the market for one, or just so you just have a general rough idea of what we're dealing with and what this machine is capable with. We fixed the recoil, because that was busted. We tried figuring out why this was put to the curb, and I still can't figure out why. But nonetheless, we're going to take this carburetor apart because it's leaking. Now, we could do this a couple of ways. I'm going to pull off the tile, but you don't have to, right? And it should be easier to access the carburetor for your viewing pleasure. So it's just a ½ inch. Yep, this tire came right off. I don't know, man. I really don't know. So let's get you guys down to good level. Look at that. That's pure dirt. It's not dirt, but it's all gummed up. Look at that. Let's see if I can get... That's rust. Wow. Alright, so we'll clean that out. Let's get a rag. I wonder why, when it was leaking, it didn't smell like fuel. Alright, now, I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that. Like right on the tip. And just take that right off. And that's like your gel. Alright, so we'll clean that off. Just to like clean. And the same thing with the dirt. Just to see what we're working with. Now remember, this thing was leaking, right? Let's pull out this float. Oh, that's rusted in there. Oh, that's rusted in there. It's just some screw loose. Okay. In the meantime, we are going to run these little welding tip cleaners up and down the middle jet. If this isn't... Yeah, this is too thick. It's way too thick. Let's try this one. You just need to get it in and out. Now I guarantee you, we're gonna have to drill out the idle jet too. I bet you even when we're done with this, it's still going to surge. Because that's just the nature of these machines. Now I'm just putting my pliers on it, right? And I'm working this little pin out. You see this little pin for the float? We're going to pull that out. I can't do that with a good camera angle. Because I don't want to have the float and all that stuff fall to the ground. Alright, no, that's just a pain in the ass. Come on. Come on. Just work it back and forth. See, it's nice and smooth. Now, why am I not taking this carburetor apart and taking it off the machine? Because these plastic cowlings that's in here make it difficult to do it. It's a lot harder than it should be. It's not like it's a Cumsa or a Briggs, where they just kind of fly right off. That is not the case. Alright, so we're going to pull the needle and seat out. Make sure we don't drop anything. And let's look at this. Alright, so the rubber tip is still intact. Alright, so when you see a needle that has a rubber tip, that is your seat. All in one. So, put that aside. Give that a good shake. Make sure nothing is loose. If you hear a little slish slosh in there, you know that the float bowl has been compromised. I'm just working this back and forth so it's easy to go through. Okay. Gonna take my compressed air and blast it right down this hole. Yep. Main jet. Now, if you're not using compressed air, right? There's no hole in there. Okay. If you're not using compressed air, which is fine, you can give it a shot of brake clean or carb cleaner. But compressed air, I have a feeling this machine, we're good to go. And I think I'm actually out of brake clean. Yeah, I'm out of brake clean too. So let's run our tip through. Alright. This was through the gas tank. And then this was through the hole. We are good to go. Like so. And now we can start to put a carburetor together. Right? Not have to clean the float or the needle and seat because there's nothing to clean. Everything is good. We'll stick that back in there. Nice and easy. Okay, let it hang. And then just line up. Stick it in the hole, stick it through the three. You know you're grabbed when it just passes right through and the float doesn't want to fall. See that? We're in. Okay. Now just for good measure, right? This is rubber. I like to spray the rubber O-ring. Just penetrating oil. It's not going to hurt or kill anybody or anything. Alright, and then we could stick our bowl back on. Okay, stick our nut back in there. Remember, you want to keep, this is your drain, so you want to keep that facing where it's easily accessible. Pour that in. Then we can put our tire back on. And we could set this mamma jam on the ground. Now I really should be greasing this shaft, but we will cover that in another video. I'm going to go for a tune-up. This in there. I don't even want to tighten the wheels. Now we're also out of time here as well. It's late, which is fine, because what's going to lead me to do is it's going to let me fill this thing up with gasoline overnight and see if it still leaks. But nonetheless, I will see you guys hopefully in daylight. Hopefully before the town noise ordinance issue ends, and we're going to try and fire this thing up. But yeah, let's get this down. we're going to put some gas in this thing. And while I clean up, we'll see if it leaks. Just a quick tip. This works. Without a doubt. Please buy this. Every can of fuel I put in now, I used to not do that. But now I do, because sometimes I have machines that sit or projects sit, and that's one less step. This stuff does work. It's not a gimmick, right? And don't tell me about ethanol-free fuel. We don't have that here on Long Island. We do, right? But the closest one to me, right? It's Cam 2, and it's $9.99 a gallon. So guess what? We're not doing it. We are not doing it. So on top of that, right, we're going to throw some seafoam in here too. Just because this tank is a little cruddy. So what I want to do is hopefully, seafoam is a cleaning agent. There's no doubt about it. And this gas tank is a little cruddy. So you can kind of put the two and two together. I'm going to hope you use the seafoam as a cleaning agent. Now, there's some people that put seafoam in their gas cans automatically. I don't. I mean, that's like a crazy, non-necessary, cost-efficient concoction. A no-spill can. Actually, look, this is missing the filter too. So we don't even need this. Throw this in the garbage. What do we need that for? So I just want to get a little fuel in here. Just a little. So that's the first fuel that hits the carb. Right? And then I get my seafoam. Don't ask me why. I always shake it. Does it say to shake? Fresh can of seafoam. I just put a cap full. That's it. Alright. Now, if you guys want to go on my early YouTube channel, I actually seafoamed my truck. And it worked great. So let's fill this up. Just a little bit. So I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to put this back in. I know it's late. But let's see. We have a winner. We have a runner. So, let's see how she really fires up tomorrow. Alright, guys. See you tomorrow. This is not the end of the episode. We're just out of time for noise ordinance. We'll see if we need to drill out the jet or not. Alright, guys, we're back. Unfortunately, it's still dark out, which is something I really didn't want to do. I actually wanted to try and get recording in daylight. But nonetheless, the car, when I came home from work, there's a little bit of fuel leaking out. I'm not too worried. I did some restyle work on it, but we'll cover that another day while it was sitting overnight. So let's see. First start. Choke. Primer, choke, fuel. Oh, look at this thing. This thing's spitting out fuel. Alright, so it's idling a little high. And it died. We're definitely going to drain out the gas on this. Because this thing, I don't like when the cylinder's full of fuel. At all. And then we got to take a look at that idle. Why is it so hot? Why is it idling so hot? So I usually like to change my oil hot. Definitely not in this case. Right? I really don't want to blow anything up. This is a really, really nice machine. Now, because we're not sure if this carburetor is still good, I usually like to put royal purple in there. We're not going to do royal purple, sorry. I'm not going to waste. I think this oil change for this machine is going to cost me $7.60 if I use royal purple, which really isn't a problem. You know, I do that all day. But the issue is now, we don't know if the carburetor. So just a simple 10mm bolt. Like I said, you really should be doing this hot. We're only doing this because fuel shit. Like I said, we don't know anything about this machine. There's no history. Oh yeah, that's all. Oh, you could smell the gas. Holy sh! It's definitely a good thing not to run it like that. So like I said, just a 10mm bolt. Open up your fuel, your oil dipstick tube, so it just flows right out. Jesus. Let's get you guys back out so I can really tilt this thing. This like sucks because I really want to throw oil in this thing and run it, but because of work, I'm home freaking stupidly. See, I like that oil's cold, and it just kind of just flew right out because it's filled with oil. That's good enough for now. Now, what I also like to do, right, after we successfully repair this machine, you know, even though, you know, you should change that oil again. Because that gas in there, that's going to clean everything out. Which necessarily isn't a bad thing, but it's also a good thing. You can wipe out the pistons and screw the cylinder. So let's not do that. Let's not let it get to that step. Light this up. Alright, let's get you guys in here. Mess. Alright, so like I said, usually I use royal purple. I actually started filling up my bulk container into the smaller one, but out of oil. So let's see what we got. Takes 5W30. Now, why do I have this oil? When I buy snow blowers, people give it to me. Because they're not going to be using it anymore. So, this machine takes 24 ounces. Right? And I have my Home Depot cup. That's a paint mixer. See that? See how it's labeled? It tells you how much oil. That's what I used to do. So this is empty. 24 quarts, 24 ounces. Well, technically it's a shame because it's a waste, because we really have to drain this out, but preventative maintenance is what we're at with this one. Here we go. Down the hatch we go. Alright. Alright guys, so I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to show you guys how to gain access to the carburetor. If it was daytime and daylight, I would show you how to sneak it through. This will give you a good idea of, let's say you don't want to do it quick and dirty. Or if you want to replace your carburetor. Okay, so I'm going to set you guys on the stand. The first thing we need to do, right, is remove these two screws here off the electric start, because there is a cover, right, that holds the carburetor on. And like I said, I don't like doing this. Usually when I get this far, I replace the carburetor. You want to know why? Because the carburetors on eBay are $8.50 shipped to your front door. Oh, plus tax now, because eBay does tax. But you get eBay bucks. So eBay had a 10% coupon, and I ordered a ton of stuff. So I spent about $600, and I got $60 in eBay bucks, free money to spend the next time I order. You know, when the quarter ends. So I'm actually going to be getting more money back. And you know, I'll get into that another day, because eBay is where I order most of my parts. So let's set you up over here, and just like we're going to have to pull these two off as well. Alright, so we're going to loosen those. And these are just nuts. You would call them acorn nuts or caps, because you can't thread these all the way through. They just come off. See? Okay, so I'm going to do that. Next is we're going to have to pull the levers off. So you just get a pair of pliers. Right, you pull the choke knob right out, like so. And these tend to be a little tricky. The choke lever. Oh, that came out right nice and easy. And that's it too. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 millimeter. They come right off. So I'm just going to take those off. I know this could be quicker with my gear wrench, but I was doing a repair on another snowblower at work for somebody, and I was drilling out the idle jet, and I drilled a hole right through my finger. And if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, the picture's on there. Bloody Mess Express. Alright, then we're going to do the two on the side. Just two right here. I broke them loose, but you guys get the idea. Okay, and now what we do is take this stuff out. plastic cover that we loosened by the starter. You're going to pick it up, kind of just pull it out. Pull it straight towards you on an angle, because remember you have to follow those carburetor bolts, and we're free. Now we just dip it over the side, and let's, what the, oh hell no, oh hell no, well that is weird. Check this out. I don't know if you guys could see, but there's a part of the carburetor linkage that isn't hooked up. I don't know if I can catch that. Well, anyway, look at this. Oh, can you guys? I can't zoom in with this. But there is a little spring that is not hooked up. So let's hook that up. That goes right into the carburetor. If you can't see it, I'll show you on a carburetor that I have laying around. Alright, so that's hooked up. So this is a carburetor I have laying around. Okay? This is where your main linkage hooks up to for your governor. And then there's like a spring that goes right here. You guys see that little hole here that disappears right here? That's where that spring goes to, and that's what's missing. Now while we have the carburetor here, let me show you something. This right here is your idle jet. You pop out this funky looking big G screw, and you have access to your idle jet. And this is your main jet, and this is where your float goes. Very simple carburetor to clean. But like I said, at $8.50, right? Why kill yourself to a certain extent? Like I said, it's very simple to clean, but if I have to go through this work to replace that at $8.50, I might as well just put a new one in there, especially if you have one laying around. Time is money, honey. Time is money. So that's why it's not even worth it for me to fire up the ultrasonic cleaner. Electric, consumables, you know, the fluids that I put in there, $8.50 really ain't worth much. And look at this. This thing has a date on it. 11/6/9. So November 6th, 2009? This thing is 7 years old? No. This is way too clean for 7 years old. Right? You guys see that? 11/6/9? I don't know. We'll run those numbers later. So let me put this up together. Obviously, I'm not going to show you how to put this because the way it came off is the way it goes back on. Right? Simple enough. Common sense. Mechanical instinct. Please. Yes. Agree. That's what we're going to do. Alright guys, so we're back. I didn't finish assembling it, but our noise ordinance is coming to 20 minutes out. So I'd rather spend the 20 minutes running this engine and seeing what happens. Alright? Oh, I got to put my levers back. Son of a... See what happens when you rush? I wouldn't have to rush. Alright, that's in. Choke lever. Choke. Electric start. That's it. New carburetor time. I'm done. $8.50. Voila! We are back. It is daylight. Actually got done doing a video with Henry over Mowers and Blowers. He will probably have it published by the time I have this done. But irregardless, check this out. I think, right? This is the moment of truth. To see if this free snowblower is worth it. Are you nervous? Nah, I'm not nervous. Nah, I'm not nervous. Let's see. Electric start in. You know what? You can tell that I have it apart a little bit because I'm just not confident. Whatever. Let's see what we got. Choke on. Hit it. Now let's take this out. Headlight works. Let's take this off jump. Nothing. Yeah. Let's check the order. Yeah. And drop. Let's start in reverse too. Yeah. Reverse one. Yeah. Full top. 1, 2, 3, 5. I know you can't curse on YouTube, but fill in the blank, starts with an F, and yeah, because we have I'm just going to say $5 in rope, even though it's pennies on the dollar. $2 in oil. I'm going to switch it over to royal purple. And that's about it. So, sorry I'm a little quiet right now. I'm humble. You know what? That's it. It's a wrap. It's done. This episode, we got this thing running. I restyled it while I went from video number 1 to video number 2 with the rope. So we did that. It looks a hell of a lot better. Alright, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a video that I have 3 of these. Hey, what's up, John? Just a quick snippet. I know I told you I had 3 of these. Here we go. Triplets. But see, a little bit of paint goes a long way. Which snowblower looks better to you? You know what I'm saying? So this one I have to, this one has to be dropped off. That's the one I featured in our video. And this is the one that I found for free. And this is the one that I paid for. Alright, we're rained out today. It's my only day off. That kind of sucks. But, that's life. So, you'll see how they look. Oh, and I remember I did a little encore for you guys because I had to actually deliver the other one. So things I'm going to do, I'm going to paint this. Yeah, this is rusty crusty. Hit this with some cheap Home Depot 99-cent flat black paint. And I mean, I was going to tune this up for you guys, but remember I already changed the oil, so I can't repeat that. And I'm going to do royal purple. But we'll reset the skid shoe height, we'll modify the impeller, and we'll call it a day. Alright guys, that is it. We are done. If you guys found this video helpful, smash the like button, smash that subscribe button, and guess what? Actually, this one. I'm actually going to be finishing up this weekend. I will see you guys on the next episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Later.